Number 6. Star vs. the Forces of Evil. As a huge Sailor Moon fan, I was immediately interested in seeing this show after Phantom Strider introduced me to it. Just like Sailor Moon, it has a great ending theme.
I think Earth is a pretty great place. That's saying something, 'cause I've been through outer space.
I love how bouncy and upbeat it is, much like Star herself.
I think it suits me, it's just my style. I think I'm gonna take a little while.
I also love the detail of all the creatures she uses for spells living in her wand following her as the song goes on.
I think that strangers are just friends you haven't met. I'm blasting monsters and I never break a sweat. I'm really thinking I could call this place home.
It especially helped me get through the early episodes, because some stories in the first 6 could get pretty rough. Thankfully, the series found its groove during episode 7, and it would go on to be the only cartoon I kept up with during the 2010s until the 4th season, when I was unable to find more episodes, but that turned out to be a blessing in disguise. The 2nd season finale left me really looking forward to season 3, but nothing could prepare me for what was at the end of the first episode.
She's a princess winning battles through the break of dawn. Don't worry when it's night, 'cause she will keep the lights on.
That's right, they didn't just alter the visual of the ending to reflect the change in the story, they gave it a new song as well. I have seen anime series that don't bother to change their opening until the last 5 episodes despite huge things happening in the story long before then, so this was greatly appreciated. I like it even more than the first ending. I love the sense of optimism in the song, showing that despite Star facing her greatest foes yet, she will still triumph over them.
Oh, there goes a shining star. It won't deter her, 'cause magic flows through her. She's a shining star.
As you might be able to guess, this is a tie, but I am serious when I say that while I prefer the second ending, either theme is good enough to take this spot. They're short, but they do really well with the time that they have. Number 5. Jace and the Wheeled Warriors. I never saw this series as a kid, but it's pretty good. Definitely an honorable mention for my list of favorite 80s cartoons. While I watched it because of the excellent opening, it has an equally great ending song, Keep on Rolling. This is exactly the sort of theme I imagine for a series which has a goal that, when achieved, will bring about the end of the story. I can just hear this part playing right as the main character makes it to the front door of the final boss.
Keep on rolling. Keep on rolling. There's no turning back. We're going home way.
The only bad thing I can say about it is that it's short. It sounds so good I wish that there was a longer version, and there just might be. Fans have uncovered not only a longer version of the opening, but also instrumental versions for both the opening and closing songs. Surprisingly, the instrumental for Keep on Rolling is over 3 minutes. There is a vocal version in French which is still awesome, but I really wish that there was an English version. I am still happy to have the versions we do for this song though. The instrumentals for both of Jace's themes are every bit as good as the ones Japan makes for their songs. Number 4. The Raccoons. I never heard of this cartoon until the internet, and while I don't really have any interest in actually watching it, I've got to give it props for having one of the greatest ending credits themes in Run With Us. It's so good it sounds like a real song, and as a matter of fact it is. Not only is there an extended version by the original artist Steve Lunt, Lisa Loehy did an amazing cover. It's such a good song, I think that you can do a music video for it with anything.
When the cold wind blows, turn your collar to the cold. Don't be ashamed if you need someone to hold. If you're sinking in quicksand and it's dragging you down, and you feel you're going under, we'll be around. You can run with us. We've got everything you need. Run with us. We are free.
If we were talking about the cover, then that would easily be number 1. But to be fair, I am ranking this based on the original version that played in the show, which is still great, it's just not my favorite. Number 3, Dragonflies. Remember these toys? I had one. It was pretty cool. It also turns out they could be dangerous. The toys for both Dragonflies and its feminine counterpart Skydancers got banned because they could seriously hurt people by accident, which spelled certain doom for the cartoons based on them. A pity, as Dragonflies at least had a quality series. The only thing that I would really change about it is to swap the opening and ending themes. The opening is a perfectly good instrumental piece. The ending, however, is a very atmospheric song with an amazing background choir.
In the future, all of us shall know men once walked upon the earth below. But now we fly at mega height. Long live Atlantis, flight is might.
It's a mystery why they didn't just swap the intro and outro themes. The song gives some nice exposition for those who didn't read the backstory on the toy boxes, and it just sounds really cool. But on the bright side, they gave viewers a memorable send-off for the show, so in the end, I'm just grateful that we have a song like this in the series at all. I also really wish that there was an extended version of this song, but again, I am grateful for what we have. Number 2, Saban's Adventures of the Little Mermaid. This is possibly the most obscure show on this list. It was an anime made to cash in on the success of Disney's Little Mermaid, but personally, I always thought it was much better than the Disney prequel series. Instead of a show where you knew everything had to turn out alright for the movie to take place, Saban's Little Mermaid was building its own world and had a better atmosphere. Helping that is the brilliant duality of the opening and closing themes. The theme song is sung by the titular Little Mermaid, Marina.
Share a little laughter down here with me. Share all the wonders of the magical sea.
Yeah, it's cheesy, but like with the Captain Planet ending, sometimes I just enjoy cheesy songs. I do love this part, which covers the overall goal of the series for Marina to become human permanently.
I feel unsure you live my love and
while visually the outro is just a lazy recycling of the opening with credits running over the same scenes, the song that plays more than makes up for it.
There's a lonely stretch of sand down by the waterside. I can feel it drawing me like the pull of the ocean tide.
My father said that it sounds like a Cowboy Junkie song, which I felt was pretty high praise. This is a more somber song about how Prince Justin loves Marina and doesn't want her to leave.
Yes, I know she has to go, but I hear myself say, just a little bit more, just a little more time.
It wasn't until I started work on this video that I realized the true brilliance of this song. I always thought that it was the perfect contrast to the bubbly opening, and it was nice for Justin to have the closing theme be from his point of view, as he is the second most important character after Marina. But then recently it hit me. He's singing about how Marina has to leave, but he wants to spend a little more time with her. In other words, he is singing about how the show is over. It's a surprisingly meta layer for a piece of music made for an English dub. I sympathized with Justin because I too wanted to spend more time not just with Marina but with all the other great characters on the show, including him. Although it started kind of melancholic, it ends on a hopeful and much happier note that really warms my heart. Once again, I wish that there was an extended version of this song, but at least it was long enough to properly set up a really nice turnaround in the tone.
Just a little bit more.